Hey y'all, so this week we're working on chapter 6, which has to do with like the different types of businesses and stuff like that. So we are talking about franchises in this video. So right now I am a project manager for an industrial grading company. So with that, I kind of wanted to pick something that related to what I do already and some of the stuff that I'm interested in and some of the stuff that I already know about. So I started looking up like equipment rental places and stuff like that, and I could not find one in the United States, but I did choose one in Canada, and like I have nothing tying me down here, so let's move to Canada for the day. So that's what we're gonna do. So the franchise that I'm looking at is called L2 Rental, and they do a little bit of everything. They do like heavy equipment, they do power tools, trailers, home maintenance machines, equipment, and stuff like that. And so basically a little bit of everything that I deal with in the job that I do right now. So that's kind of why I chose what I did. So the first question is the opening fee. So this kind of depends on your location. They already have a bunch of franchises. I guess I can kind of answer another question before I get to this one. But they already have a bunch of franchise locations. So you can open up another franchise in the territory that there are already franchises, or there's also an option, like on their website it says they're interested in opening up new territories and kind of expanding. So I don't think it's like confined to one location, but the cost of entry does depend on where you want to go and the territory that you want to be in. So for right now, I'm going to pick Central Ontario just to make this short and kind of easier for the video. So the initial investment for most of these are around $150. There's some that are a little lower, a little higher, whatever, but there are also other places that it says they're like the lowest amount that you would have to pay could be $5,000. So it really just depends on where you go, where your territory is, and all of that stuff. So do they provide you with training? They do provide you with training. They said that you will receive some one-on-one training from somebody in like the headquarter office or whatever, and that consists of a 40-hour online visit, which I think is kind of a lot. Like that's pretty much a full week's of work. So I think that's, you get a week with a headquarter professional. And even though it's online, I still think like that's kind of, I feel like that can be good and bad in the same sense. You can kind of make it your own but still have like some one-on-one help, which I think is really helpful. And then it also says that you will have ongoing guidance and mentoring, and then you will have access to like the franchise portal or whatever, where there's a bunch of videos, online training, questions, and other things like that, where you can ask questions and kind of still develop your business. So I think that's cool. I answered about the location. I told you why I was interested in it, because of the line of work I do. Okay, so the loyalties, which is, I'm skipping all around in the questions, sorry. So that also depends on your location and your territory. So there is a licensing fee that you have to pay once a year, which I'm assuming is like the same thing as a loyalty. And like I said, that depends on the location as well. But that in Ontario, in the Central Ontario, the same location I was looking at for the initial investment fees, is anywhere between $5,000 and like $20,000. Here's one for $30,000. So it kind of just really depends on the area of where you're at and all of that. So I guess that kind of just depends on like whether you're in a city, big city, smaller city. Kind of depends on the volume of work you would do, I would imagine. So that's where that comes from. Okay, so lastly, am I still interested in it? I mean, I think I could be still interested in this. I don't think I would personally open a franchise. If I wanted to do something like this, I would probably just like open an LLC or open my own business of some kind. I feel like you're like, this is halfway starting your own business, but you also have a bunch of rules and stuff to follow by, which has both its benefits and things that could be bad too. I feel like you have to follow things, and you have to like put forth so much effort, and you have to pay this and whatever to follow like their strict guidelines. But whereas if it's on your own, you can kind of create it more the way that you want to and do things that you want to. But I guess the benefit of the franchise too is that they kind of already work, and you know they're successful. So I think that could be a good thing, but personally that's just not something I would like. If I'm gonna put forth the time and effort to have my own business, then I'm gonna make it more my own and kind of what I want. So I don't think I would start a franchise personally, but to each their own, I guess. All right, well, thanks for taking a trip to Canada with me.